everyone. We're going to be going wine tasting in Garden City, Idaho, nestled right next to downtown Boise. We're going to be checking out some wineries there to see if they're naughty or nice. Today we're at Telaya Winery, and I have Nicole, who's going to be serving us some wines. She's going to tell you a little bit about the winery.
My name's Nicole. I'm a wine ambassador here at Telaya. A little bit about us. We are a family-owned and operated winery. Earl and Carrie are the owners and winemakers here. We got the name Telaya, actually a blend of their two favorite places, the Teton Mountains and the beach, La Playa. And we make some reds, a little bit of whites, and I can't wait to try it, guys. So first, I'm going to start you off with our Viognier. So this guy, we get our grapes from Williamson Vineyard. So we contract our grapes and we make the wine here at our winemaking facility. So it's a tasting room and also our production facility. For our Viognier, I get some nice kind of bright citrus notes on the nose. It's got some great aroma. And then kind of on the back end, you get some warmer like peach lychee undertones. This bottle runs at $28 for non-wine club members and $26 for our wine club members.
And what is the vintage on it?
This is our 2023.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So as Nicole mentioned, this is the first one that I picked out of the many wines that they have here for drinking, sipping. You can also order by glass, by bottle. This one is the 2023 Viognier. As you heard, it has some stone fruit, peach, citrus. I can't think of the other. Peach, citrus, and yellow apple. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and, as we do the 4 S's of wine, well, the first one is C. So you can see it's a light yellow in color. Put that right there. Yet light yellow in color. Beautiful color, actually. We're going to do the swirl. On this nice table they have here. Give it a good swirl to open up the bouquet. The third one is sniff or smell. Stick your nose right in there. Oh, okay. So I'm not getting so much the peach on this one. I'm getting the citrus, but more apple. I really definitely smell the apple. And then the fourth S is the sip. And remember, we're going to do the 3-sip rule because the first sip is going to shock your palate. So that first sip shocked my palate. It is very citrusy, but it coats your tongue. It's nice. Oh, it lingers on your tongue with a very yellow apple flavor to it. Again, I'm not getting the peach yet, but that was my first sip. Okay. Second one is mellowing out my palate a little bit more. As you guys know, I'm not one on to really chilled wines, and this is just lightly chilled. It's perfectly chilled for me. I got more of the stone fruit on that one, but I still taste the apple. The apple is very prominent in this. It's a nice taste. Oh, it's really, really good. What I like about this is it lingers on my palate. It's very balanced. It has this very citrus feel to it on the front end, but on the back end, I'm getting more of the peach. It's delicious. And as she said, it's 28 for non-members per bottle or 26 if you're a wine club member. We'll go over that at the end. So the second wine that Nicole has poured for us is the Chenin Blanc. It's a 2023 vintage. Look at that color. It has notes of, let's see, tangerine, lychee, green apple, and a little bit of minerals on the end. I'm going to go ahead and swirl this one. So you can see color. Again, let's put that right there so you guys can see it. There we go. And it's a beautiful color. I'm going to swirl it. And, oh, okay. It has a delicious smell to it. Okay, I don't smell the green apple. Maybe a slight hint, but it's maybe like a caramel apple is what I'm smelling. It's got a caramely smell to it. Maybe that's the lychee or the tangerine, but I'm not getting a lot of citrus on the smell. Oh, so the first sip taste I get is very citrus. Green apple. There's a tartness to it, but it's very bright. She was talking about mineralistic characteristics on the end, and I am getting that. It's got a drier finish, but it's very nice on your palate. Okay. Don't hate me. I don't know what a lychee really tastes like. I've had it in a drink before, and I'm sure it's delicious, but I don't remember what the characteristics of a lychee is. I'm not getting any tangerine, but I am getting the brightness. There's a lot of brightness, and I like the way it feels on my palate. It's very delicious, easy drinking. And as I mentioned, they don't over chill their wines, which I really, really like. I am more, as you know, room temp, and this is very close to it, but it's got a light chill to it. It's delicious. This would be easy drinking any time of the year. She also mentioned that this runs about 26 for non-club members and 24 or 23 for club members. We'll have to ask about that. So our third wines, we're going into the reds now. The first one that she poured me is a 2022 Melbourne. This one, she brought it to the table and just put it down, and I could get a whiff of it, and it smells delicious. You could smell that red, deep fruits like the cherry. All I smell is cherry, maybe black cherry. It's a flavor bomb for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give it a swirl and open it up even more. But it smells so good. I hope it tastes just as good as it smells. Oh. So you're gonna get cherry on the nose. Oh, I'm thinking currant, but it's very fruitful. I can't wait to try this. Hmm. Oh wow. She said there's like a tobacco on the end, and you definitely get that. That was my first sip. I'm getting a lot of those red deep flavors like plum. It's very well balanced. There is some dryness to it, but it kind of lingers on your tongue and it dissipates at the end, but it's not too tannic. As you know, tannins are made from the fruits, excuse me, made from the skins, the stems, and the seeds of the grape. When a winemaker makes wine, as far as what he wants the characteristics of the wines to be, he might leave those skins, stems, and seeds on the wine longer, depending on how he wants the wines to taste. This is a very good wine to have with your holiday meal. It is delicious. Um, as she said, the wine, I'm so sorry, you guys. I can't remember how much she said this was for non-wine club members and wine club members. So this one will cost you $42 if you're not a wine club member. But if you're a wine club member, you get a discount. It's a $38 bottle. I think that's very reasonable if you're you like to collect wines or bring a good bottle of wine to a friend's house for the holidays. This particular winery sits right on the green belt in Boise, right off the river. Uh, we've got some views of this particular winery. It's beautiful out here. You can enjoy the scenery any time of the year. I'm just staring out the window. So if you see me like looking that way, that's why I'm just enjoying the view. There's no leaves on the trees anymore, but it's gorgeous and I can imagine what it would look like with snow on the ground.
Up next, I'm going to be our last wine. This is our 2022 Tourist. Tourist is Gaelic for the word journey. It's always going to be a heavily Syrah-based blend, but we call this Tourist because it's actually the first wine that Earl and Carrie made back in 2008, and we recreate the blend every year. So it's a super fun one. Like I said, flagship blend, always going to be heavy on the Syrah. This year, it has a little bit of Merlot, Cab, Malbec, Mourvedre, and Petit Verdot in there. So it's a very fun blend. On the nose, same thing. I get some nice bright cherry notes, a little bit of currant. And then on the palate, I get a little bit more blueberry, kind of stewed fruits with some little bit of pepper. So you get that spice from
I
the
love that.
Syrah. And some baking spices on the back end, a little bit of anise on there as well.
Wow. Okay. What is the vintage on this one?
2022.
And what does it run a bottle?
Bottle is going to be 42 for non-wine club members and then 38 for wine club
Okay.
members.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Cheers.
So the next wine that we're going to be tasting is the 2022 Tourist. This is the flagship wine for this winery. As she said, that this winery was established back in 2008, and I did read up on this a little bit. And they only started out with 50 cases in that first year. It's amazing what they've done to grow their winery, and they even have their production plant right here on site. So this is the red blend. As you heard, what all the mixtures of Mourvedre, the Syrah, and it has black currant. Oh, wow. Oh, this smells so good. Look at that. So you guys know that my favorite color is wine, and this is it right here. Oh, wow. So this is a lighter in the tannins. It's not as dry on the palate in the first sip. I am getting that black currant. I'm getting those really deep, rich, dark cherry flavors to it. Oh, it smells delicious. So let me do my second sip. Okay, that second sip, it's coating my palate. Uh, it's velvety, it's balanced. Uh, I don't taste any acidity to it at all. It lingers. It's got a dryness to it, but it doesn't like dry out your tongue or anything like that. It's just a nice feel on your tongue. Oh, this is easy drinking. You should come and get a glass, a bottle, a case. So we're going to head over to the production area. Carl's going to give us a little tour.
Then,
As long as I don't slip on anything. See,
yeah, watch your step. See just a couple of fun pictures over here of the winemaking process actually happening. One of the puffs, that's the owner's got bricks.
I like the wine hands.
These types of things because I use it for B-roll.
Yeah.
So that when the Halloween, I was able to incorporate it, the first part,
Yeah.
and it kind of blended with the wine that she first started with.
Got some good stuff. So obviously this is in the middle kind of our harvest season. So we all participate during harvest in sorting through all the grapes. Winemaking, we actually purchased our own bottling line this year, which is super exciting. So that's at our other production facility, the 20-30 minutes from here. And we've also an event space, so we'll do dinner.
Very nice. So if you're a wine club member, you get to enjoy this.
Definitely some fun perks. And when we're in the middle of harvest and sorting, we love to bring people down here, especially these big ton bins usually are filled with grapes, but we're actually in the middle of kind of secondary fermentations and first ferment. We put the wine in the barrels. Now they're kind of just hanging out.
And what kind of barrels are these?
A lot of different barrels. Most of them are going to be coming from France, but we actually like to call it's kind of like Earl and Terry's spice rack. So each barrel is going to have kind of a different perk. If you look on here, actually, it's copier around over here. They all kind of have different verbiage on here. So you'll see like M plus 3Y, so that stands for like medium plus, for how much the barrel is actually toasted. So we're giving kind of different flavor profiles there. And then the amount of time. So this guy is going to be 3 years before it's actually made into a barrel.
And there's the bunghole, right?
Yes.
So they come out and they check to see how it's doing.
And then in about a month or so, we're actually going to be topping. We'll be having that barrels in our second barrel room where we will be topping today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
And
Jonathan. He's one of our
Jonathan.
winemakers.
You're on film. Okay, so do you have any stainless barrels? Or do you guys not do stainless
We
here?
do stainless, they're just not here.
Okay.
We have another production facility that we call Telaya West. It's out in the Nampa area where we make all of our whites and our rosés. And that's where we have our stainless steel tanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
So take a little peek here. I'm sure we can put this guy up.
Oh, wow.
Hold to the brim, but if you want to take a little peek inside.
Look at this, you guys. Oh, it's nice and chilled in here.
So I'd say here at this facility, we have anywhere from maybe 300 to 400 barrels. Our case production is about 10,000 cases per year.
Wow. So that's a big change from the 50 cases you guys started out with.
Exactly, 50 to 10,000.
Wow.
Continuing to grow.
That's awesome. Can you take me over there and show me what that big thing is? Is that where it crushes the grapes?
Yeah.
For not walking too fast.
No, oh, you're this little green part, that's kind of like our sorting bin. So we have a production pad out there when we get all the grapes in, we hand sort everything. And then we'll put this into basically our crusher. So we'll take this giant forklift filled with a bin of grapes, we'll dump it in, and that's going to crush and press all of the grape juice out.
Wow.
Super exciting. And then we'll bring it down into things down here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank
You.
Wow. Fun stuff.
This is really pretty.
Yeah, this is events down here, dinners. Christmas parties. Oh yeah, we kind of do it all here. Christmas parties, holiday. We're doing an oyster shucking class. We just did a French dinner down here a couple days ago. Our residential food truck terroir. It's owned by an American and a French gentleman, so they've kind of combined their love of food and wine, and they'll do like food and wine pairing dinners. Yeah, we do some variety, Christmas parties, holidays, all the good stuff.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what are we picking up today?
Looks like we're picking up a bottle of Tourist, right? That was
Yes.
your favorite?
Yes.
Okay. Bottle of Tourist here. And then I'll just need a card from you to start.
Yes. So we just finished up at Telaya, and I picked up, what's going on here? I picked up a bottle of their tourist wine. It's that red blend. It's delicious. So would Santa think this one is naughty or nice? I think it's nice. You guys are going to have to come out and try it. It's in Garden City, Idaho, right next to Boise, or downtown Boise. All right, we'll see you at the next one. So the next winery we're at is called Split Rail. It's right down in Garden City, Idaho, right down the street from Telaya. We're excited. We have Amy with us. She's going to be serving our wines. We're going to start off with the sparkling.
Woohoo! With some bubbles. It's our Blanc de Noir Pet Nat. It's a co-ferment of Chardonnay and Pinot Meunier. Going to get some notes of honeydew and crisp apples to 2022. This one, it was kind of our general manager's passion project. She loves a bubble. She loves champagne. Can't make champagne in Garden City or in America, but we can make wine with champagne grapes. So we kind of did that. These grapes are from Snake River Valley. This one's got crispness. It's really, really beautiful. The color turned out really nice too, which is what I really love about it. And since New Year's is coming, it's going to be a great wine for that time of year. This one retails at $38, but if you join our wine club, 10% off for debutante members, 25% off for Dynasty members. No, 20% off for Dynasty members, 25% off on Dictator members. So it's a good deal.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whew.
So the first one we're trying here at Split Rail is their sparkling wine. It's a Blanc de Noir. One thing you guys should know about anything with bubbles, if you're drinking it, is you're not gonna swirl this one. Why? Because it breaks the bubbles up. So we're gonna keep these intact by not swirling. But we could take a look at it. Look at that beautiful, rich color. It's gorgeous. You know, we're gonna skip the swirl. We're gonna give it a smell. She said it had honeydew. Oh, wow. Smells delicious. And then the third, well, it should be the fourth, is the sip. But because we didn't swirl, it's actually the third. It's very, very, oh, wow. Okay. My very first sip, it fills your mouth. Of course, it's got the bubbles in there. It's very bright. Definitely honeydew. Definitely honeydew. It's delicious. That was my first sip. I love bubbly. I don't drink it very often anymore because the bubbles bother my stomach, but a little bit won't hurt me. This is great for New Year's. You should pop a couple bottles. I think I found a new favorite bubbly. It's really good. Okay, so after a couple sips of this one, I'm going to say it envelops your mouth with happiness.
Next we have just another rainbow. This is 100% Grenache. Very, very light and delicate red. We like to joke that it's our dark rosé. So this one can have notes of raspberries to it. If you like a chilled red, this is perfect for that. It's typically we keep it around as a summer red. It's just been so popular that we're just keeping it around because people love it. And I can see why, because it's opening up very beautifully.
So tell me something. Did you say this was also sparkling, or this is
This
called
one's still red.
It's still red,
Yes.
and it's called rainbow?
Yes, we call it
Okay.
our just another rainbow.
And what are the tasting notes in this one?
I get raspberries, kind of like almost like a pureed raspberry too, which is it's really delicious. Normally, I like my reds to stain my teeth and punch me in the face, but this one, despite how delicate it is, still has like good. It drinks like a red, but if you're not a red person, it can be great for that as well. I recommend this to a lot of people who are just getting into red wine. So.
Okay. Is it on the sweeter end or more dry?
It's still very dry. We don't really do sweet wines here, but it's still delicate enough that if you are into more sweet and you're trying to transition, I think it works really well for that. This one retails at $38, and those previous discounts apply. Just go up the tiers. So,
Okay, thank you.
what would it pair well with? Ooh, I like it with like a good garden salad with lots of fruit in it, like strawberries, blueberries, that kind of thing, goat cheese. That would be really good.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so the second one is called Rainbow. It's a dark rosé is what they call it. It's not a red, but they call it a dark rosé because of what the flavors they have in there. Look at that gorgeous color. So it's not like light like rosés, but it's not deep like the red wines. It's kind of somewhere in between. Okay, so we're seeing. This one, it's not a sparkling wine, so we can go ahead and swirl it. We're going to swirl it to open up the bouquet. They have stainless steel tables here, so it's that really good swirling sound. Oh, wow. Oh. It smells delicious. Okay. This one really is bright. It does have a little, it's not citrus. It's got some dry notes, but they're nice dry notes. and it hits the front of your palate. It's easy drinking, I will say that. This one is on the drier end. So if you're not really into dries, it's not a sweet wine at all. If you're not into dries, you may not like this, but it's very delicious. So she mentioned that you can drink this at any time of the year. It is a delicious dark red rosé. You need to come try this. Same discounts apply for non-members versus wine club members.
Okay, got Laser Fox Cinso for you up next.
Cinso is the varietal?
Yes, Cinso is a lesser known Rhone varietal.
Wow.
So typically you see it in blends or in rosé, but it actually makes a really good, just pure red on its own. Similar in body to Pinot Noir, but where Pinot Noir kind of has dried cherry to it, it's more of a tart cherry to it.
Oh,
So it's tart cherry, black currant, some black tea in there too. If
black
you like
tea.
really
That's going to give you dryness too.
Yes, but
Okay.
it's more of a light to medium body.
Okay.
It is one of those rare reds that if you like to pair a red with fish, this one does go well, but it's very versatile. It can go with Mediterranean dishes. It can go with, it's really good with lamb if you like lamb, but it also could just go with barbecue if you just want to keep it basic too. So really yummy. It's one of my favorites actually.
See that bottle real quick? What's the vintage on that?
2021.
2021. Ooh.
And we did just release a new one of this, the 2022. It's available for our club members. So
Okay.
this one's $32 a bottle.
Thank you. So the third wine we're trying is the Laser Fox, and so it's a 2021 vintage. They do have the 2022 out, but it is for their wine club members only. So if you want to join the wine club, you do get to try the 2022 vintage of this particular wine. She said that it does have black currant, black tea. It's a bright cherry. That's what she said. Oh no, is it bright cherry or bright raspberry? One of those. You heard her say it. Sorry. It's a lot of notes. But look at this color. I look like I have a mustache. Oh no, a beard. So, wow. Okay. I'm getting fig. I'm getting fig in that first sniff that I had. And I like the smell of figs. It's really rich smelling. Okay, we're gonna swirl it up. Oh, okay. I'm just getting fig. I like figs. It's got that richness of fig, not like a raisin. It's more like a fig, a very nice fig. They have holiday music. It's very interesting. Okay. We're going deeper into the reds now, and so I have to adjust my palate for that. But that first sip was really good. It's not over dry. It's not tannic at all. It's got dry characteristics, but it's not super dry at all. It's super easy drink. It's very balanced across my palate. Okay, so that second sip was really, really good. It's very easy drinking. It does like a little more dryness across my tongue. Delicious. With our third sip, we're going to go ahead and give that third sip on this one. It's very balanced. All I'm still getting is that fig taste to it, and I like that. So if you like fig, you might taste something completely different. Everybody's palate is different, but that's what I'm tasting in this particular wine. It is delicious.
Okay, this is our last one. It is our Zinfandel. No fancy name to it. It is just what it is. This one's a 2022. It's made with Washington Zin, so sometimes California you get kind of an ripeness to it. This one, it's
Jammy.
yes. This one is not as jammy. It's got some of that classic Zin jam, but not nearly as much you usually get. It's got some notes of fig, some notes of I just had it and I lost it, but it's used very primarily fig. It goes really well with some meats, but like lamb, like I said before with the Cinsa, this one always goes really. Oh my god, sorry.
Maybe
Also goes
like
great with
prosciutto.
it could go well with prosciutto. It also goes very well with Gouda.
Oh,
Sometimes we have Gouda in the back, and I just sneak some home and I eat
Ooh,
it. So if you like
nice.
a charcuterie with lots of Gouda on it, smoked or regular, this is a good one to pair with that. And this one retails for $38 a bottle.
nice. You know, it's funny you said one of the tasting notes is fig
Yeah.
on that one. I tasted fig on your last one.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe something about this building. Oh, I forgot to mention this one has a little bit of cab blended in there.
Oh.
So that's got a good dry finish to it
Nice.
because of the combination of that. It really balanced out the flavor, made it that full body, almost a full medium body. So it's really, really good. It's very popular this time of year because it just warms you up from the inside.
And you said this is a 2022 varietal?
Yes.
Or vintage?
Yeah.
Sorry, vintage. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are trying the last and final. There was actually another wine. It's a Tempranillo, but because of time constraints, we're going to go ahead and skip that one. We're going right to the Zinfandel. This is a 2022 varietal, and I love Zinfandels, but this is a Washington Zin versus the California Zin. California Zins, when I've gone to Lodi, California, they're known for their Zinfandels, and they're very jammy, and I like that characteristic of a Zinfandel. This one is going to be more on the dry side, not completely dry. It does still have the characteristics of a jammy, but more has some dry characteristics too. Give it a swirl. Okay, hang on. We're gonna go ahead and peek at that. Look at that beautiful, deep, deep red color. Can you see it? Okay. Oh, okay. This one has a delicious smell to it. Just that little bit of sniff that I took to it. Okay, you can smell the fig in this one. And it's not because she's telling me this. It's you actually can smell that. It's like a very, like a drier fruit smell to it. Okay, so it has a tastes bright currant fruit at the front of it. I'm not getting the fig like the last one I tasted, but your taste could be different. Your smell could be different than mine. It's all in the individual. Oh, this one is really good. Very balanced. She said it's a little on the drier end, but I'm not tasting that dryness. I'm not tasting the jammy either. It's kind of like a really nice, well-blended wine. Okay, on that third sip, I am getting the dryness, but it's not overwhelming on my palate. It's on the front end, and it doesn't carry over to the back. If you like that, that's great. But, okay, wait a minute. It's starting to move to the back of my palate. It is delicious. It's not your California Zinfandel. It's not. It's good. I'm not getting fig. But that's because that's my palate, not hers. Cheers.
We're currently at Rolling Hills Winery in Garden City, Idaho. I just met Savannah, the owner's daughter. The owners are Mark and Lori. They just opened here in 2021. So excited to try their wines. We're ordering a charcuterie board.
So this will be our Spruzy Sparkling White wine. It's originated from Muscat grapes. It's from the Sawtooth Vineyard located in the Sunny Slope region of the Snake River Valley. Just has some nice hints of floral, honeysuckle, and a little bit of citrus notes in there. So it just has a little bit of residual sugar just from the sweet grape that is Muscat, but it's very nice, refreshing, and light.
And what is the vintage on that one?
2023.
And what does it retail for a non-club wine member?
I believe 29.
29.
Yeah.
And then for a club member?
It depends on which membership you have.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about your wine club?
Yeah, so we have just 4 different memberships we can offer. So it's kind of just ranges between the bottles, how many bottles you want to get per quarter, as well as just the ranges of discounts you get for bottles and glasses, and as well as complimentary tastings are also included in there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What
Yeah.
is your name?
Parker.
Parker.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Parker.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the Spruzy. It's their sparkling Moscato. It's more on the sweeter end. So if those people that like more of a sweeter wine, this is the one for you. As you know, we do the four S's of wine. However, this is a sparkling wine, so it has bubbles in it. We're not going to swirl it because it'll destroy the bubbly finish. We're going to do the C. Smell. Oh, wow. It's got a nice smell to it. You could smell some citrus. There's also this honeysuckle smell to it. And then the sip. That's delicious. It's not overly sweet. It's not syrupy. It's got some citrus finish to it as far as the first sip. And it's not overly bubbly either. So it's not like the ones that fill your mouth with bubbles. It's very light. It's very good. Very refreshing.
So next up, this will be 2022 Moscato. It's also from the Snake River Valley near the Sunny Slope region. It's from Skyline Vineyards and retails for $22 and then $18 with our gold membership. Then you'll get kind of similar notes to what you had on the sparkling white, just because of similar grapes. Just a little bit of residual sugar, some peach and citrus notes on there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That first one was really, really good.
Oh, good.
It was
Glad you
light.
enjoyed.
I like that about it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, it's not like a bubbly where it would fill your mouth and your,
Right. Yeah, it's very
light bubble. I love that.
refreshing. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, enjoy.
So this is our second one we're trying. It is the 2022 Moscato. It has the same types of notes as the as the previous wine we tried, the bubbly. But it looks like a very light pale yellow. We can swirl this one because there is no bubbles in there. It's very low in residual sugar. Nice. It's very well balanced. Got a very bright citrus finish to it. Very easy drinking. I've been eating some cheese, so it kind of mellows it out across my palate too. Okay, that was my second sip. I'm really enjoying this one. It's as far as the Moscato goes, it's not overly dry. It's not sweet. It's kind of somewhere in between. It's got a more of a dry finish to it, but it's not dry, if that makes sense. Okay, that third sip, more of a citrus front, apple on the palate across the tongue, and a drier finish. It's really good. You should try it. Hey, I really like this one. I've had about 4 or 5 sips now, and I've had it with the olives and the cheese and the prosciutto, and it's nice. It's not sweet, but it's got some sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet. It's really good.
All right, moving on to the reds now, we have the 2021 Zinfandel. This is one of 2 grapes that we actually source from Walla Walla. All the rest will just be local here in the Snake River Valley or state grown. This is one of my favorites that we have. It's aged wonderfully. So we got some notes of some cinnamon, some dark berries like blackberry and spice. And then this retails for $38, and with the Gold Club membership is $31.
And what is the vintage on this one?
This is a 2021.
Okay, so it's a Zinfandel.
Yes.
Zinfandels, some of the characteristics when people think of a Zinfandel is like a really jammy.
Yeah, it is a little jammy.
Ooh, I like
you'll kind of balance that out too with some spice on there on the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That was a great one.
Thank you.
Of course.
2021 Zinfandel from Rolling Hills Vineyards.
Just making that it. Which?
Deep rich red color. Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to swirl it. Give it a good swirl to open up the bouquet. Oh, okay. That even changed once I swirled it. It really opens it up. You can taste the jammy characteristics of that. I almost taste strawberry or smell strawberry. I haven't tasted it yet. Smell strawberry. And if you could smell pepper on something, you could get almost a pepper essence of this one. Then give it a taste. Oh, okay. That first sip was really, really good. You get the fruit forwardness of the Zinfandel. I get some dryness across my palate, but it's not like overly done. I do taste the cinnamon, what he was talking about. It's like a very light cinnamon flavor to it. Second sip. Still a burst of flavor, more dry, but it kind of diminishes. It's a long, long finish. There's some velvetyness on the back of my palate. Okay, so the third sip, it's more dry. It's drying out the rest of my mouth, but it's very complex. I like the complexity of this one. Try it. Zinfandel, Rolling Hills Vineyards.
So we're just going to finish off with our Cab Sauvignon. It'll be 2020 vintage. This will originate just back to the Snake River Valley around Sunny Slope. You'll get some pretty full-bodied here, very nice like layers. You get some blackberry, plum, and then kind of finish off with a little bit of tobacco and spice.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and then this retails for $42.
$42. And what is the wine club member price?
With the gold membership discount, it'd be $34.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can't wait. We are with the final wine. This is the Cab Sauv. It's a 2020 vintage. There's some black cherry currant. I want to say cassis and some tobacco. It's supposed to be the taste notes on this particular wine, but look at that beautiful color. It's very deep red. Burgundy. Deep burgundy. Okay. Give it a swirl. Oh, this tastes very rich and velvety. If velvet had a smell, it's this one here. This is really good. My first sip, really, really good. This is the flavors I'm looking for. And when I try a cab, I love that full body taste. This is a full bodied wine. That was my first sip. So it's going to probably dry a little bit more across my palate, but that first sip was delicious. second sip, a little drier, but still the richness of this wine is amazing. Still drying out my palate. Okay, I'm going to try the third sip. A little drier by the third one, but tasting, I don't taste the tobacco. Oh, maybe a slightness of tobacco, but I kind of taste the vanilla in there somewhere. It's really good. It would taste really good with a steak or something with like really rare meat.
So today we visited 3 wineries. We visited Telaya, we visited Split Rail, and we visited the Rolling Hills Vineyards. All 3, between the naughty and nice, were nice. I think you should go visit. I want to thank you again for joining me on my channel and my adventures, Sippin' with Anna. It's been a great time. Please like, subscribe, and share, and turn on your notification buttons for our next video. Thank you.